Good evening, everyone, and warm greeting to all of us. Thank you for attending tonight's Zoom meeting regarding the briefing for the World Robotics Center Competition 2026 4.0. We warmly welcome you and thank you for joining us. First of all, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Teguh Firmansyah from Robotika Nusantara. To make the best use of our time, allow me to begin today's session. Next slide, Bu Cindy. WRCC 2026 in collaboration with Faculty of Engineering University Putra Malaysia, Kuputra, World Robotics Center, Robotika Nusantara, and the Ministry of Education Malaysia. Venue for WRCC 2026 will be held at Faculty of Engineering, University Putra Malaysia from 10 to 30 Agustus 2026. This year, the competition carries the theme Inclusive Future Robot for All. The competition level and categories are as follows. For the junior level, which is for the participant under 13 years old, the available competition categories are RC Sumo 1 kg, RC Soccer 1 kg, Line Follower, and RC Transporter. For the senior level, which is for the participant under 19 years old, the available competition categories are RC Sumo 1 kg, RC Soccer 1 kg, Line Follower, RC Transporter, and Creative Innovation. For university or public level, which is for the participant under 25 years old, the available competition categories are RC Sumo 3 kg, Line Follower, RC Transporter, and Creative Innovation. Next, Miss Cindy. And here is an overview for the competition layout. After the participant attend the opening ceremony, they may proceed to the bilik kuliah 3 to 8, which will function as the pit stop. In this area, participants can prepare their robots, conduct internal briefing with their team, and make other necessary preparation. After that, participants may go to the dataran pelajar or to the test line follower and transporter arenas before entering the official competition area. The competition area will be divided into 3 main sections: Dewan Peperiksaan 1, Dewan Peperiksaan 2, and the foyer area. Dewan Peperiksaan will be used for the sumo and the line follower category, and Dewan Peperiksaan 2 will be used for the soccer and transporter category, and the foyer area will be used for the creative innovation category. Next, there will be the auditorium stage. This area will be used for the final round of the soccer and sumo categories, which can be watched together before the awarding ceremony and closing ceremony. Slide 6, Miss Cindy. Okay, slide 6. Okay, stop. Next, I will explain the layout of the competition area. On this slide, you can see an overview of the competition area layout for the sumo and line follower. In this layout, the sumo arena will be placed side by side with the line follower arena in the same room. This is the arena. This seat for the participant who are waiting and ready to compete. This is the committee table for robot inspection. And this arena is designed for spectator. We kindly ask all spectators not to cross the queue line or enter the restricted competition area. Next slide. For the other competition categories, the layout will be mostly similar with only slight adjustment depending on the category. All right, that's all I would like to share for the season. If you have any question regarding the information I have presented, please write them first in the chat box. We will answer the question at the end of the session. Next, we will continue with a general discussion of technical guidelines or guidebook for each competition category. This session will be delivered by Miss Vanadia and Mr. Hanif. Miss Vanadia, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Sir Teguh. Hello, everyone. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Vanadia, and I'm from Supervisory Board 1 or Dewan Pengawasan 1. In these sessions, I will explain two competitions category, which are RC Sumo and Robot Line Follower. Before we into the explanations, I would like to emphasize one important note that today's sessions is a socialization sessions, not a technical meeting. So I will mainly explain the general overview, the competition flow, and some of the most important rules. The technical guideline may also still be adjusted on a minor scale. If there are any confirmed changes, the committee will communicate them officially. For more complete technical details, please make sure to read the full guidebook that has already been shared. And okay, let us begin with the first category, which is Robot Sumo or RC Sumo. Okay, first let us talk about the participant qualifications. There are 8 categories in Robot Sumo. The first one is the junior category, which is for participant under 13 years old. The second one is the senior category for participant under 19 years old. And the third one is the university or public category for participant under 25 years old. There's also an important rule regarding the age categories. Younger participants are allowed to compete in a higher age category. For example, a junior participant may join the senior category. And however, older participants are not allowed to compete in a lower age category. Next, regarding the team compositions, one team may consist of a maximum of 4 members and 1 robot. A team may also consist of students from different education level. However, the team must follow the category of its oldest participant. For the administrative requirement, each team must complete the registration form. Now, let us move on to the robot specifications. The maximum dimensions of the robot are 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters. For the junior and senior categories, the maximum robot weight is 1,000 grams. For the university or public category, the maximum weight is 3,000 grams. And for the battery, voltage must be less than 13 volts. So please make sure that your robot meets all of these requirements before the competitions. Now, in this category, participant control a wheeled robot using a remote control. The robot competes in a sumo-style match inside a circular arena called a dohyo. The main objective is simple. Each team must control its robot and try to push the opponent's robot out of the dohyo arena. Now let us continue with the match rules. Robot Sumo is a robot pushing competitions, and both robots are controlled by operators from the competing teams. During the match, each team controls its own robot and tries to push the opponent's robot out of the dohyo area. According to the match rules, each team consists of 2 participants and 1 robot for the match. The match must always uphold sportsmanship, safety, and fair play, and the entire match will be led by a referee or judge. For the match format, it will be 1 robot versus 1 robot, and the competitions use a double bracket system. This means that each team has 2 chances to lose. A team will only be eliminated after losing twice. Next, we have the walkover procedure or WO. A team will be declared walkover if it's not present at the competition arena within 3 minutes of its scheduled match time. If that happens, the walkover score will be 2-0. So please make sure that your team is aware of the schedule and is ready before the match begins. Now let us talk about the match durations. Each match consists of 3 rounds. Each round lasts 60 seconds, so the total active match time is 180 seconds. Before every round, the team will receive 30 seconds of preparation time. Therefore, including the preparation time, the total normal duration of one match is 270 seconds. So the sequence will be 30 seconds of preparations, followed by 60 seconds for round one, then another 30 seconds for preparation, followed by 60 seconds for round two, and finally 30 seconds of preparations, followed by 60 seconds for round three. If a round ends in a draw, meaning that neither robot exits the arena during the normal 60 seconds period, an additional or deciding round will be conducted. Next, I will explain how the match begins. Before the match starts, the participant must place the robots behind the white lines as shown in the illustrations right here. The participants and operator must stand outside the arena when the match is about to begin. The referee or judge will first say ready or prepare. At this point, the referee will make sure that both robots and our participant are in the correct positions. After that, the referee will say start, and participant must wait for the start command before moving their robots. And now there are several violations that participants need to understand. First, touching the robot without the judge's permissions while the match is still active will result in a warning. Second, moving the robot too early before the judge finishes saying start is considered a jump start and is also a violence. If a participant receives 3 warnings, the participant's robot will be declared defeated in that round. So during the match, please follow the referee's commands carefully and do not touch the robot without permissions. Um, Now let us move on to the scoring system. Every round victory is worth 1 point. At the end of the match, the team with the highest number of points will be declared the winner. A robot is declared the winner of a round when the opponent's robot crosses the dohyo boundary and any part that robot touched the competition's mat outside the arena. As we can see in this example, the robot has fallen from the dohyo and touched the mat outside in the arena. In these situations, the round ends and the other robot is declared the winner. However, there is another possible conditions. If the robot is already over the boundary but has not fallen and has not touched the competition's map, the match may still continue. So simply crossing or hanging over the edge of the dohyo doesn't always mean that the robot has lost. The robot must touch the mat outside arena before the opponent can officially be declared the winner. And for the awards, the competition will have first champion, second champion, third champion, first runner-up, second runner-up, and third runner-up. That concludes the general explanations of Robot Sumo. And now let us move on to the second category, which is Robot Line Follower. Just like Robot Sumo, Robot Line Follower also has three age categories. The junior category is for participant under 13 years old, the senior category for participant under 19 years old, and the university or public category is for participant under 25 years old. The same age rule also applies here. Younger participant may compete in a higher age category, but older participant may not compete in a lower age category. For the team compositions, one team consists of a minimum of 2 members and a maximum of 4 members with 2 robots. A team may consist of participants from different education level. However, the team must follow the category of the oldest participant. Each team must also complete the registration form as part of the administrative requirements. And now, regarding the robot specifications, the maximum robot dimensions are 250 millimeters by 250 millimeters by 250 millimeters. And the maximum weight is 1000 grams, and the battery voltage must be less than 13 volts.
Sorry, Kak Fanadia, boleh di atas dulu sebentar? Iya, mohon maaf itu untuk yang di bagian line follower, yang tim composition itu saya salah masukin. Untuk kategori soccer, sebetulnya untuk line follower minimalnya itu 1 orang dan maksimalnya 4 orang untuk satu robot. Jadi bisa tolong untuk dijelasin ya.
Jadi satu orang,
Jadi minimalis 1 orang, maksimalnya 4 orang atau peserta per satu tim, robotnya cuma satu gitu.
oke.
Oke, makasih.
Sorry, there's a mistake from the participant or team qualifications. It's supposed also the consist. Wait, which? So this is one team consists of minimum of two. So for the correct one, one team consists of a minimum of one member and a maximum of four member with one robot. So there's not robot, but there's one robot of this competition, that robot line follower. Untuk robot spesifikasinya udah benar kan ya, Mbak Cindy?
Ya, sudah.
Oke. Okay, for the next explanation will be for the competition challenge. Unlike robot sumo, the line follower robot operates autonomously. This means that the robot must move and complete its missions automatically based on the program that has been prepared. The robot must follow the track line, touch the ping pong balls area, move the required objects, and finally stop inside the finish area. And now let us look at the arena specifications. The arena is made from banner material. The total arena size is 3,600 millimeters by 1,440 millimeters. The width of the track line is 20 millimeters. The start and finish areas each measure 300 millimeters by 300 millimeters. The orange object placement area measures 70 millimeters by 70 millimeters. The red object storage area measures 100 millimeters by 100 millimeters. And the distance between the orange and red area is 50 millimeters. The first illustration shows the arena for the junior category, and for the second illustration shows the arena for the senior and university or public categories. The main track layout is generally similar, but the senior and university or public categories include additional object missions. Now let us discuss the missions for each category. For the junior category, the robot must follow the line and touch 10 ping pong balls area or 10 yellow point areas on the competitions arena. For the senior and university or public categories, the robot must also touch the 10 ping pong balls or yellow areas. However, these categories have an additional task, which is moving the objects. For the senior category, the robot must move object A and C. For the university or public category, the robot must move all four objects A, B, C, and D. As shown in the illustrations, each object has its own starting position and designated destinations area. After completing the required missions, the robot must stop inside the finish area. So the mission is not considered fully complete until the robot has followed the track, complete the required task, and stop in the finish area. And now let us discuss the line followers scoring conditions. First, the ping pong balls or yellow point areas may only be touched by the robot. Participants are not allowed to touch them manually during the scoring process. For the senior and university or public categories, the object may be pushed or lifted by the robot. However, the final project position must not go outside the designated area. In the first two examples, the object placement is not accepted because the object is positioned too far outside the designated red area. In the third and fourth example, the object placement is accepted because the object is properly positioned within the designated area. And next, we have the finish area requirement. At least 50% of the robot must be inside the finish area. In the first two examples, less than 50% of the robot is inside the finish area, so these positions are not accepted. And the third and fourth example, at least 50% of the robot is inside the finish area, so these positions are accepted. If several teams receive the same score, the team with the faster completion time will receive the higher ranking. The final score will be accumulated from all scoring attempts. And for the awards for this category are first champion, second champion, third champion, first runner-up, second runner-up, and third runner-up. That concludes my explanation of the robot sumo and robot line follower categories. Thank you very much for your attentions.
Okay, thank you, Panadia. So, hi everyone. I will be continuing the explanation for the Wrcc competition, which is the soccer competition, the transport RC, and the creative innovation competition. So let me share my screen first. Okay, so here we will this talks about the robot soccer overall guideline. So first, for the participant or team qualifications for the age level, there will be two level for this competition. First, the junior category for under 13 years old, and then there's a senior category under 19 years old. And for the notes that younger participants may compete in a higher age category and older participants may not compete in a lower age category. And then for the team composition, so one team consists of a minimum of 2 members and a maximum of 4 members with 2 robots. And a team may consist of students from different education levels following the oldest participants category. And for the administrative requirements, the team must complete the registration form. And then we will continue to the robot specifications here. So for the size specifications, the dimensions here is 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters times 200 millimeters. And for the weight, it must be at around 1,000 grams. And then for the battery voltage, it must be less than 13 volts. And then for the construction specifications, so the robot may have a ball kicking mechanism as long as it does not exceed the specified size limit. And the robot may have a ball dribbling construction with first a concave depth of 30 millimeter and a minimum length of 100 millimeters. So as you can see in the illustration here, it needs a concave depth of this 30 millimeter and this minimum length of 100 millimeters. And the robot may not have a concave construction that fully fits the ball or has a concave length of less than 100 millimeters, so this is not allowed. And then the robot may not have a covering construction that holds the ball, so this is not allowed too. And then the robot may not have a construction that lifts the ball onto the robot body. And then the robot may not have a ball kicking mechanism that holds the ball. And then we will continue to the match rules. So first, for the match system, there will be, for the match format, it will be 2 robots versus 2 robots. And then the competition will be use a double bracket system, which each team has 2 chances to lose, and the team is eliminated after 2 losses. And then for the match duration, each match consists of 2 halves, and each half lasts 90 seconds with a total match time of 180 seconds. And then there will be a preparation time before each half with a duration of 30 seconds. So here is the detail of the normal match duration, which is in total is 240 seconds, which consists of this halves consists of the preparation and the match. And then there will be the second session where we consist of the preparation and the match too. And then for the additional round or a sudden death, an additional round is given if the match ends in a draw during the normal time. And this round uses a golden goal system, which the first team to score is immediately declared as the winner. And this additional round lasts 60 seconds. And if the match remains tied after the additional round, the winner will be determined through a penalty shootout. And then for the starting the match or the kickoff rules here. So first, when the kickoff is conducted, so here at the start of each half, it will be after a goal, after timeout ends, or when the ball exits the arena, or when the robot or ball is stuck or does not move for 5 seconds. And then for the ball is placed at the center point of the arena, a robot must be ready and active position at the arena corners facing backwards before the match begins. So here, from the illustration, each of the robot needs to face, in this case for the team A, it will be need to face to the left side, and for the team B, it will be needed to be face to the right side. And this is like the center of the ball. And then for the referee or judge begins kickoff by saying ready or prepare, ensuring all robots are correctly positioned, and then gives the whistle signal. And we will talk about the violations. So first, a robot may not remain inside the goal line area without the ball for more than 5 seconds, or the referee or judge will issue a warning. So this is the example of a robot positioned inside the goal line without the ball. So this is like the example. And if a robot or ball is stuck or does not move for 5 seconds outside the goal line area, the match will be stopped and restarted with a kickoff. So this is like the example when a robot or ball stuck outside the goal line. And then if the ball is stuck or does not move for 5 seconds inside the goal line area, the ball will be moved to the yellow penalty point aligned with the ball's position and the match will continue. So this is like the places that a penalty for the ball when the penalty happens. And this is the example illustration simulating the condition. So the ball will be moved to the point two, which in this example it is around area, and the ball will be moved to point three, and then the ball will be moved to point four. And for the fourth rules, touching the ball or robot without the judge's permission during the match result in a warning and a penalty from the third penalty point. And if a participant receives three warnings, the participant's robot will be removed and may not continue in that match. And for the penalty rules, so here, as I've mentioned before, the competition arena has four penalty kick points. So there will be this titik penalty one, penalty point two, three, and four. And then the kicks may not use the robot's kicking mechanism. So penalty kicks may only be taken using the robot's turning movement with the ball positioned beside the robot participants. So participants may adjust the robot position. So like this is the example of the illustration that a participant could use when a penalty happens. So it needs to use its side of the body and turning it to kick the robot. And then for penalties caused by touching the ball or robot without permission, the referee stops the match clock and then places the ball at the third penalty point, allows the participant to position the robot sideways, and then the robot may be moved only using one button. Other robots must be behind the center line here. Okay, so now we will move to the scoring rules. So first, each goal adds to the team's score in the match, and the team with the highest score is declared as the winner. And a goal is valid when the ball fully crosses the goal line. So here's the example from the left illustration. This categorized as a no goal. Why? Because the ball is not fully past the line, and then this is the condition when it is set as a goal. And then for the winner will be awarded with first champion, second champion, third champion, first runner-up, second runner-up, and third runner-up. So that's for the soccer competition. Now we will move to the Transporter RC competition. For the participant or team qualification, there will be three category here. So first, it will be the junior category under 13 years old, the senior category under 19 years old, and the university or public category under 25 years old. And it will have the same notes, which younger participants may compete in a higher age category, while older participants may not compete in a lower age category. And for the team composition, one team consists of a maximum of 4 members and one robot. And a team may consist of participants from different education levels following the oldest participants category. And then for the robot specification, for the dimension, it must have a length of 350 millimeters, a width of 300 millimeters, and an unrestricted height of the robot itself. And for the battery voltage, it must be less than 13 volts, and for the weight, it is unrestricted too. And for the competition challenge, so in this competition, participants are assessed on a precision robot control skills, movement strategy, and time accuracy in completing the mission. And the arena is designed with various obstacles and specific zone that the robot must pass before placing the object in the target areas. So here is the example of the competition arena. So here is the junior category competition arena, which as you can see that for the notes, for the junior category, there will be no trash disposal mission, no planned seat mission, and no obstacle. So here, if you can see that for the junior category, this yellow circle object, this won't be exist for the junior category, and same as for this disposal mission and for the planned seat mission. And this is for the senior category. So what differs from the junior is that there is an obstacle mission, but it has the same category of there's no trash disposal mission and no planned seat mission here. So what differs is only that the obstacle is exists here for the senior. And for the university or public competition arena, all mission must be completed. So you can see all the obstacle, all the mission is exists here. And then for the object specification, so here for the box block object are made from duplex paper with outside covered in jasmine paper, and the box block size will be at 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters. And for the approximate weight, it will be around 20 gram. And for the box blocks are divided into color combination for food, trash, and seeds. So this is the example of the food box block object. This is the example of the waste block object, and then this is the seed box block object. And this is for the specification of the box block holder object. So it will be made from the duplex paper with jasmine paper covering, and then for the outer size, it will have 70 millimeter by 70 millimeter size, and with inner size of approximately around 60 millimeter by 60 millimeter, and a height of 10 millimeter and 20 millimeter. But specific notes that for the junior and senior categories, no box block holder will be used. So the box block will be placed directly within the designated area in the flat surface. And then this will be the kitchen table object specification. So it will be made from duplex paper with jasmine paper covering. And then for the size, it will be at around 300 millimeter long, 250 millimeter wide, and 130 millimeter high. And the block placement area size is at around 50 millimeter times 50 millimeter. So this site will be at around 50 millimeter times 50 millimeter. But again, for important notes that for the junior and senior categories, no kitchen table object will be used. So the blocks will be placed directly within the designated area. So this height difference from the table won't exist for the junior and senior categories. So for the junior and senior categories, they will be placing the box in the same surface area. And then this will be the living room object specifications. So it will be made from duplex paper with jasmine paper covering. And then this is the living room table object with this size of 300 millimeter long, 250 millimeter wide, and 80 millimeter high. And this is the for the size, it will be at 66 millimeter by 66 millimeter inner block placement area, this area right here. And again, with the same notes that for the junior and senior categories, there will be no living room table object will be used. And this is the bedroom table object specification, and with the same notes too, that this won't be exist for the junior and senior categories right here. Okay, so, and this for the food cabinet object specification. And then again, with the same notes that for the junior and senior categories, no food cabinet object will be used. So this won't exist for the junior and senior categories. And same as the plan seat cabinet object specifications. So this will only exist for the public or the university categories. So this is like the plan seat cabinet object specification that we have right here, which has two level that the participant needs to put the object in here. And same as the plan area object specification right here. I might explain this a little bit. So for the plan area object specification, it will be made from duplex paper with jasmine paper covering, and then it will has this size, which 350 millimeter long, 100 millimeter wide, and 50 millimeter high, and a block holder outer size with 70 millimeter by 70 millimeter, inner size approximately around 66 millimeter by 66 millimeter, and with heights of 60 millimeter and 90 millimeter. So you can see that this is the illustration of the plant area object specification. And this is the trash bin object specification. So it will be made from duplex paper with jasmine paper covering. And this is their size, which each box has a different height. As mentioned here, for the green box, it will have 130 millimeter height. For the red box, it will have 160 millimeter. And for the yellow box, it will have 100 millimeter. And for the trash block insertion hole inner size, it will be sized at around 90 millimeter by 65 millimeter. And then we will continue to the trash area object specification. This will be made from duplex paper, again with jasmine paper covering, and then a trash area object in around 125 millimeter long and 80 millimeter wide. And each box has a different height. Again, like previously, box 1 will have a height of 120 millimeter, and box 2 will have a height of 80 millimeter, and box 3 will have a height of 50 millimeter. And this is the block placement area with a size of 55 millimeter by 55 millimeter. And this is the obstacle object specification. So this will works only for the public or university and the senior categories. So it will be made from duplex paper with jasmine paper covering, and the size will be at around, its diameter will be around 100 millimeter and a height with 200 millimeter. And all measurements have a tolerance of around 3%. And then for the robot mission of this competition, so the robot must move block objects from the kitchen table and food cabinet to the bedroom table and living room table according to the specified colors, as we have seen before. And the robot must dispose of trash block objects into the trash bin according to the color or type of the trash block. And the robot must move seed block objects from the seed cabinet to the plan area. And then the robot may not touch obstacle objects while completing the mission. And after completing the mission, the robot must return to the home area and the time will stop. And this is the scoring procedure of this competition. So this is the rule of placing the block objects on the living room table and bedroom table, and it will earn 5 points. And in this illustration, we will have the example of a correct placement to earn points and an incorrect placement which cause a no points right here. And then this will be placing the block objects into the trash bin must be done through a specified hose, and it will earn 10 points from here. Okay. And then this will be for the placing block objects in the planned areas, and it will earn 15 points. And touching an obstacle object result in a deduction of 2 points or a minus 2 points. And if multiple teams have the same score, the faster completion time will determine the ranking. And the winner score is accumulated from all the scoring attempts. And finally, for the winners will be awarded with first champion, second champion, third champion, first runner-up, second runner-up, and third runner-up. And then I will be explaining for the last competition from WRCC 2026, which is the Creative Innovation Competition. So we will start again with the participant or team qualifications. So for the age participant, there will be two categories here. First, for the senior category, which under 19 years old, and then for the university or public category for under 25 years old. And it has the same notes, which younger participants may compete in a higher age category. And for the team composition, so one team consists of a maximum of 4 members and a one project. And the team may consist of students from different education levels following the oldest participants category. And for the robot specification, for the size specification, the robot dimension must fulfill with this size of 1,500 millimeters by 1,500 millimeters by 1,500 millimeters. And for the battery voltage, it must be less than 25 volts. And for the weight, it is unrestricted. And for the material specification, so materials are unrestricted as long as they do not endanger participants or the competition arena. And for the type and number of components such as microcontrollers, sensors, and actuators are unrestricted too. And for the construction specification, so the robot construction shape is unrestricted and the robot construction may be completed and ready for presentation. And for the competition challenge itself, so for this competition, it challenged participants to design a creative and innovative robot supporting the theme of inclusive futures, robots for all. And the design robot is expected to have useful function, be easy to use, and assist various groups of people so that the benefits of robotics technology can be experienced by everyone. And now we will be moving for the competition rules. So for the project specification, the robot design must align with the theme of this competition, which is inclusive futures, robots for all. And then the robot design must have an automatic system without operator control. And then the robot design must be original and must not involve plagiarism or copying without participant development. And then the competition project must be an innovative project or robot containing elements of robotics, automation, and programming. And for the proposal and video requirements, each team must prepare a robot design proposal and create a robot design demonstration video. And first, for the proposal structure or framework, it requires these structures, which first is robot design title, the background, purpose of the robot development, robot concept and idea, and then robot design and specifications, which includes the robot shape and size, main components, mechanical, electronics, sensors and actuators, and control and programming system. And then the next structure will be robot working mechanism, creativity and innovation value, the benefits and impact, and then cost estimation, and the closing, which provides a brief conclusion regarding expectation and future development potential for the project or the robot itself. And then for the video structure or framework, it must consist of firstly opening and then the brief background of the project, the robot concept and idea, physical appearance of the robot, and then the components and systems, and then the robot working mechanism, and then the robot function demonstration, and then the benefits and impact, and then the closing itself, which gives a brief conclusion and hopes for future robot development. And the video duration must be with a duration of 6 minutes. And then for the proposal file format here, this is list of the proposal file format, which must be have a paper size of A4, and then it must use Times New Roman or Arial font. And then for the font size, it must be with 11 to 12 pt. And then for the line spacing, it must have 1.15 or 1.5. And then for the margin, it must use a standard margin, which at around 2.5 centimeter. And for the file size, it must be at maximum 5 megabytes. And for the video file format, it must use MP4 format with a maximum 720p maximum resolution. And with the orientation, it could be landscape or it must be landscape or horizontal. And for the file size, it must be at maximum at 150 megabytes. And files must be sent together in one folder and submitted by email to this email, World Robotics Center Competition at gmail.com, with this format of the email subject, email attachment, and the all file naming format. And for the deadline of proposal and video submission is at August 7th, 2026 at 23:59. And then for the robot presentation and the demonstration, so each team must explain the idea and concept of the robot design, and each team must be able to explain the program sequence and the function of each component used. And then each team must demonstrate how to operate the robot and explain the function of each part of the robot. And then each team must inform the judges about the difficulties faced during the robot design process. And for the mentoring assistant roles, so teams may not receive assistance from parents, teachers, or other parties during the judging process. So teams may only receive assistance from technical matters. And then for the competition time, so each team is given 90 minutes to prepare for the robot, and then each team is given 15 minutes to present and demonstrate the project directly before the judges. And for the judges assessment session lasts approximately around 10 minutes. And then we will be moving to the scoring rules of this specific competition. So for the scoring rules, the final score is accumulated from all assessment aspects, and the winner are determined based on the judges' assessment result. And the winner will be awarded with first champion, second champion, third champion, first runner-up, second runner-up, and third runner-up. And this will be the assessment aspect of the competition itself. So here is the design and robot construction. So the assessment aspect is the originality or creative of idea, which weigh 40%. And then there will be machine complies with all rules and technology sophistication, which weighed at 30%. And for the applicability and usefulness aspect, it will be divided to three parts, which is relevance to the theme with a 40% weight, and potential for mass implementation and usefulness in helping reduce human workload with each 30% weight. And for the presentation and demo, there will be three aspects too. So it will be ability to explain the robot with a 40% weight, and ability to operate the robot and robot performance with each 30% weight. So I think that's all for the explanation for me, and for the guideline overview. I will be returning the session to Mr. Teguh. Thank you all.
Thank you, Miss Vanadia and Mr. Hanif, for the explanation. And before we will move on to the Q&A session, Miss Cindy. Okay, thank you. If you have any question, please feel free to ask question in Indonesia, Melayu, or English. And this is the rundown for WRCC 2026. Day 1, Monday, 10 August 2026. To 20 too small, Bu Cindy. Okay. Registration of committee and member attendance venue in Dataran Pelajar at 2 o'clock to and
Oke, mohon maaf ada gangguan teknis dari
Duluan atau
Teguh. Untuk Mas Hanif boleh tolong dibacakan aja yang ini.
Okay, baik Mbak Cindy. Okay, so this will be like the overall plan for the rundown of each of the day of the World Robotics Center Competition 2026. So here for the first day, we will start at around 2 p.m. for the registration of committee members and attendance, which placed in the Dataran Pelajar venue, and then continues to the test run at around 2:30 until 6 p.m. for the test run. And then from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., there will be a dinner break. And for the 8 p.m. to around 10 p.m., there will be a test run session again. And then for the next day, for day two, which held at Tuesday, 11 August 2026, the competition will be start at around 8 a.m. So this starts from participant registration, and then at 9 a.m. it will be start with opening ceremony, which this two event will be located in the auditorium Juru Tera Radin Umar. And then for the next session, it will be team briefing and safety briefing, which start at around 10 a.m. in the venue of the DP1 and DP2 and the foyer. And then next for the robot inspection and compliance check and qualification round, it will be started in 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. too, and this will be located in the DP1 and DP2 venue. And there will be a lunch break from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. And starting from the 2:30 until 5:30, there will be the qualification round, and it will be located in the DP1 and DP2. And then for the from 5:30 to around 6 p.m., there will be the announcement of the semifinalists and day one wrap up. Okay, can we next scroll down a bit? Okay, for the day three, which held at Wednesday, 12 August 2026, starting from 8:30 a.m., it will start the qualification round until 1 p.m., which located in the DP1 and DP2. And then from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., there will be a lunch break. And after the lunch break, from 2:30 to 4 p.m., there will be a semi-final round, which located in the DP1 and DP2 venue too. And then for from the 4 p.m. up to around 6:30 p.m., there will be the closing ceremony, which the award winner preparation and grand final round. And it will be located in the auditorium Jugatera Radin Umar.
Thank you, Mr. Hanif, for the explanation. Next, we will move on the question and answer question. If you have any question, please feel free to ask question in Indonesia, Melayu, or English. You may raise your hand for or write your question in the chat box.
Oke, nih untuk ada pertanyaan di kolom chat, saya bacakan terlebih dahulu dari Bapak Bambang Sudoyo. Untuk RC Transporter itu tak ada batas maksimal berat, ya betul. Jadi untuk RC Transporter itu tidak ada batasan untuk beratnya ya. Terus untuk selanjutnya, ya boleh jika ada pertanyaan lagi, boleh menggunakan bahasa Indonesia, Melayu, ataupun bahasa Inggris, dipersilahkan.
Mau tanya Kak, kalau ikut kategori transporter hanya satu orang pesertanya itu nggak apa-apa?
Oke, baik. Terima kasih untuk pertanyaannya. Jadi untuk yang transporter itu boleh ya, satu tim itu hanya satu orang. Hanya khusus untuk robot soccer saja, di mana satu tim itu minimal 2 orang. Jadi untuk RC Sumo, transporter, sama kreatif inovasi, line follower itu satu tim boleh 1 orang saja. Seperti itu.
Untuk selanjutnya, silahkan. From easy to everyone. Untuk pendaftaran online bagaimana ya? Eh, Mr. Cindy? Mr. Sofian? Oh, Miss Cindy? Oke. Miss Cindy,
Ya, oke.
could you please help answer this question?
Oke. Jadi untuk pendaftaran online-nya memang kita semua pendaftarannya online. Itu sudah tersedia di website. Sebentar saya share screen terlebih dahulu. Ya, jadi untuk awal mulanya kita buka dulu website di wrcc.robotikanusantara.co.id. Oke. Jadi di sini nanti silakan untuk sign up dulu atau daftar akun terlebih dahulu. Setelah itu baru login dan pilih kategori yang akan diikutinya. Nah, untuk kategorinya sendiri itu ada di halaman ini, competition, ada junior, senior, university, atau publik. Jadi silakan dipilih sesuai dengan kategori usianya masing-masing yang masuk. Nanti kemudian bisa melakukan register atau pendaftaran dan silakan lakukan sampai ke step terakhir gitu. Terus sekalian juga mumpung di-share di sini untuk yang ingin melihat gambaran rundown, kemudian arena robot, grid book yang tadi dijelaskan oleh Bapak Nadia dan Mas Hanif itu ada di sini, technical instruction. Silakan untuk dilihat dan dibaca. Karena tadi balik lagi yang dibacakan hanya gambaran umumnya saja. Agar lebih lengkapnya dibaca per poinnya itu ada di sini di Quizbook WRCC. Silahkan dibuka. Ada dua versi, ada yang untuk English dan juga Indonesia. Baik, itu saja. Ada lagi. Bingung sama individual dan companion. Oke, jadi untuk companion itu untuk pendaftaran pendamping. Jadi pendampingnya nanti akan mendapatkan sertifikat juga. Seperti itu. Selanjutnya saya nak tambah peserta dan guru pengiring tapi tak boleh. Oke, sebelumnya apa sudah mendaftar lebih dahulu? Jika sudah dan ingin menambahkan peserta dalam satu timnya dan guru pendamping itu silahkan menghubungi admin di nomor yang tertera. Untuk Indonesia ada dan untuk yang Malaysia juga ada.
Eh, Pak Azam kalau mau open mic boleh ya? Pak Azam kalau mau open mic, Pak Azam boleh.
Baik, selanjutnya ada pertanyaan pemasangan robot sahaja ya. Oke, untuk Ki Ajam boleh bantu menjawab. Bagi teman-teman yang lain yang ingin bertanya, boleh silahkan, kita masih ada waktu kurang lebih 10 menit lagi ya.
Ya, silakan.
Silahkan Mr. Bayu, boleh langsung open mic.
Eh, Permisi Kak, mau tanya untuk
Boleh.
kategori transporter junior itu kan tidak ada obstacle, tidak ada lemari, tidak ada meja makan seperti itu. Lalu untuk peletakan objeknya, eh, yang awalnya di lemari itu kan bersusun. Nah, untuk yang junior itu nantinya seperti apa?
Oke.
Oke, Miss Cindy, boleh dibantu dijawab.
Oke, baik. Terima kasih untuk pertanyaannya kepada Kak Bayu. Jadi untuk junior dan senior itu nanti peneletakan baloknya ada di bawah ya. Jadi dari dataran itu langsung ada balok-balok yang harus dipindahkannya. Seperti itu, Kak.
Gini Kak, kalau yang digambar di guidebook kan awalnya dia di lemari, itu kan dia bersusun. Kalau dia tanpa lemari, itu nanti peletakannya dia tetap bersusun atau bersampingan. Yang objek sebelah kiri,
Oh,
lemari warna biru.
baik, saya share screen terlebih dahulu. Sudah terlihat?
Sudah, sudah.
Ya, baik. Jadi untuk yang junior dan senior itu, bentar. Nah, ini nanti kita update. Jadi untuk yang biru maupun yang hijau ini penyimpanannya akan di bawah. Jadi lemari ini tidak ada, akan disimpan di bawah. Dan yang biru juga sama.
Ya, baik. Terima kasih, Kak.
Iya, sama-sama. Jadi nanti penyimpanan ini akan di bawah, kita akan update. Kemudian untuk simpan ke meja-mejanya juga nanti tidak akan ada tatakannya ya, tapi warnanya saja gitu di printan arenanya. Seperti itu.
Bang
Baik.
Nindi, bisa tolong tunjukin tentang line follower yang peletakan bola pingpongnya di mana itu?
Oke, baik. Saya searching lagi sebentar. Oke, jadi untuk peletakan dari bola golfnya sendiri yaitu ada di sebelah sini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dan 10. Itu peletakan untuk bola pingpong di junior, senior, dan kategori. Sedangkan untuk yang senior itu ada tambahan untuk mendorong objek, yaitu objek A dan objek C. Sedangkan untuk yang universitas atau publik kategori itu mendorong semua objek selain harus mendorong atau mengeluarkan dari bola pingpongnya. Seperti itu.
Baik, saya tambah sedikit ada yang bertanya mengenai kreatif robotik. Untuk pengetahuan peserta kreatif robotik, kali ini ada kelainan. Hakim ataupun juri tidak akan hanya pergi ke tempat ataupun booth anda. Setiap seorang peserta akan diberi waktu seperti mana dalam spek pertandingan, kita akan beri waktu untuk anda presentasi di hadapan halayak umum. Bermakna anda harus presentasi hasil kreatif robotik anda di hadapan peserta yang lain dan juga di hadapan juri yang lain. Ini bagi menjawab soalan Aima. Saya pikir ini dari Indonesia ya. Kalau presentasi kita akan di depan umum atau judge-nya atau akan muter. Kali ini judge tidak muter. Judge akan duduk di satu tempat dan presenter akan presentasi di hadapan umum gitu. Jadi harus ada PPT-nya, harus ya itu tergantung kreativitas masing-masing bagaimana untuk menyampaikan project Anda. Alright? Ada yang bertanya, saya nambah juga, ini semua 2 hari maksudnya kami perlu datang. Baik, untuk peserta, hari pertama 11 hari bulan itu adalah hari game. Bermakna keseluruhan game akan dihabiskan pada hari pertama 11 hari bulan. Pada 12 hari bulan itu lebih kepada semifinal dan final. Juga mungkin ada beberapa game yang tidak habis, tetapi sekarang ni kami masih belum dapat final jadual lagi, disebabkan kita masih belum tutup lagi pendaftaran. Jadi dari segi estimasi masa kami belum dapat tentukan lagi sebab dia tergantung kepada beberapa tim yang akan masuk dalam salah satu acara tu seperti soccer dan sumo. Jadi pada 31 Julai kami akan keluarkan list yang pertama untuk melihat sampai mana kumpulan ataupun tim yang akan bertanding pada hari pertama. Kemudian kalau kata memang tak cukup juga pada hari pertama, kami akan sambung pada hari kedua. Tetapi secara dasar, secara standard, secara asasnya adalah hari pertama perlawanan secara awal dan hari kedua tu lebih kepada semifinal dan final. Saya kira itu menjawab pada soalan yang terakhir itu. Untuk penginapan seperti mana di dalam grup kita telah pun share yang mana ada tentang kit tu dalam form Google Form kit tu ada sekali diletakkan bahagian penginapan, suggestion penginapan dan juga makanan jika yang memerlukan. Maka klik semula link Google Form yang telah diberikan untuk melihat penginapan dan juga makanan. Dia awal bahagian kids, baju lanyard, kemudian barulah ke bahagian kedua tu bahagian penginapan, akomodasi dan juga bahagian ketiga tu bahagian makanan. Alright? Terima kasih. Untuk yang nak test run pada 10 hari bulan, boleh. Tak ada masalah. Seperti mana dalam jadual yang Miss Cindy telah apa nyatakan dan juga yang presenter lain telah nyatakan bahawa 10 hari bulan memang ada test run. Dan pada 11 hari bulan tu kita akan buka juga untuk line follower dan transporter. Bermakna arena line follower dan transporter tu kita tak akan buka. Maka 11 hari bulan tu mereka boleh ambil waktulah untuk nak test run sebentar. Mungkin pagi tu sekejap lah. Macam tu. Google Form nanti saya share semula dalam grup tu. Wajib register pada 10. Tidak wajib register. Wajib register pada 11 hari bulan pagi. Pendaftaran akan dibuka pada jam seawal 7.30 pagi sehingga jam 9 pagi. Jam 9 pagi kita akan teruskan dengan majlis pembukaan, majlis pelancaran. Jadi semua peserta akan wajib masuk ke dalam dewan untuk mengikuti acara perasmian, kemudian akan mulalah game kita pada jam 10 ataupun 10.30 pagi. Uh, ya, itu tentang soalan arena size tu, size arena tu dah dijawab. Mbak Cindy dah jawab. Kemudian Google Form tu sekejap lagi. Dalam grup tu ada uh, dalam grup peserta. Robot spek 25. Ini Mbak Cindy mohon dijawab ya. Robot spek 25 cm. Untuk yang nak tambah partisipan boleh hubungi nombor yang di atas. Nombor Azimah yang 018313 berapa ya? 3133591. Untuk yang Malaysia, yang Indonesia boleh call Mbak Cindy. Tu. Mbak Cindy, mohon kalau Indonesia boleh letakkan sekali nombor Indonesia. Robot spek tu apa? Robot spek apa tu? Okey, Mbak Cindy dah balas. Ada yang raise hand. So, please ask this question. Any other question?
Maaf, jika saat presentasi itu kita mengharuskan memakai PPT atau tidak ya?
Itu kita open. Artinya tergantung kepada peserta, kreativitas peserta. Yang ini kan menunjukkan kita bukan hanya melihat kepada robot yang dicipta, tetapi bagaimana kredibilitas seorang peserta atau seorang presenter itu mempresent cara mereka. Kerana bukan hanya sekadar sebagai seorang formulator atau pereka, tetapi kita mau melihat dia bagaimana untuk menjadi sebuah leader yang untuk membawa atau menjual produk mereka ini. Gitu. Jadi karena itu kita mau mereka present di hadapan pemirsa dan juga di hadapan juri gitu. Jelas?
Izin Pak Ci, bertanya Pak Ci.
Siap.
Izin. Yap. Untuk presentasi ada tanya jawab dengan dewan juri atau hanya sekedar presentasi saja Pak Ci?
Nah, itu sekali lagi saya serahkan kepada juri. Juri berhak bertanya apapun soalan yang dia mau tanya berkenaan dengan projek yang Anda bawakan. Gitu. Jadi kalau memang juri nggak mau tanya, artinya mereka nggak minat sama projek Anda. Tetapi kalau juri itu banyak tanya, ya artinya mereka berminat. Yang mungkin makanya lebih gitu. Ya, itu kan tergantung bagaimana menarik perhatian juri dan juga pemirsa.
Ya, makasih Pak Ci.
Sama-sama. Alright, any
Okay.
other question?
Any other question?
Ya, ada yang raise hand, silakan.
Kak Bayu,
Jika pada
silakan.
Iya, jika nanti pada hari H di tanggal 11 maupun 12 ada anak yang mengikuti lebih dari satu kategori sedangkan dia dipanggil di kategori lainnya, itu bagaimana ya, Kak?
Nah, untuk soal itu kita ada juga pertanyaan karena ada juga peserta daripada negara lain yang memang ada masuk dua acara dalam orang yang sama, peserta yang sama. Nah, itu kami tidak bisa menjawab secara tuntas untuk saat ini karena proses pendaftaran masih berjalan dan kami belum bisa mengeluarin sepenuhnya. Cuman tadi ada di admin kita udah share list peserta di grup WA peserta, khususnya yang peserta Malaysia. Jadi bisa dilihat duluan, tetapi untuk aturan jam berapa peserta itu mulai pertandingan itu kami masih belum bisa keluarin. Karena proses pendaftaran masih berjalan dan tunggu sehingga rekap pertama yaitu 31 Juli ini. Oke. Jadi untuk saat ini kalau mau masuk dua acara ya bisa daftar aja duluan. Karena kalau mengikut pengalaman kita kemarin eh, apa ya, ada yang daftar dua game untuk peserta yang sama dan mereka tidak bentrok. Tetap masih bisa masuk kedua-duanya gitu karena beda waktu gitu ya. Saya kira menjawab dulu
Kasih banyak.
untuk setakat ini.
Iya, terima kasih banyak.
Sama
Miss Cindy,
robot,
boleh
eh,
ditambahkan?
semua jenis robot kena present ke? Ini yang bahagian kreatif robotik. Jadi siapa yang masuk kategori atau game kreatif robotik innovation, maka mereka kena present. 11 untuk setakat ni tak silap saya ada 12 tim Malaysia ke Malaysia. Jadi 12 ini termasuk nanti Indonesia ada tambah lagi. Jadi ke semua sekali tu akan ada presentation dia sendiri di hadapan juri dan juga peserta yang lain. Adakah game soccer dengan sumo berlangsung pada masa yang sama? Betul. Pada jam 10 atau 10:30 pagi itu, kesemua game secara standardnya akan dimulai kesemuanya. Game soccer, game sumo akan dimulai. Cuma adakah dimulai dengan senior atau junior nanti kita lihat. Kami cuba untuk buat supaya tidak clash. Sebab kami faham ada peserta especially Malaysia dan juga Indonesia dan juga ada daripada Singapore. Dia ada masuk kategori ada masuk game yang sama tetapi mungkin kami lihat mereka ini bukan daripada kategori yang sama. Jadi kami cuba susun supaya tidak clash antara satu sama lain. Okey? Adakah robot harus menolak? Betul. Robot ini mungkin berkenaan dengan line follower. Betul. Robot perlu menolak bola itu masuk ke dalam petak ataupun kotak yang disediakan.
Izin Jajam kalau yang bola pingpong itu nggak dimasukkan ke dalam, tapi justru
Oh, masukkan ke
keluar.
dalam.
Ya,
Okey.
tidak. Jadi keluar
Okey.
dari titik
Ya.
kuning.
Oh, ini line follower. Okey. Lain, any other question? Ada juga yang bertanya, sekarang ni satu lagi input saya tambahkan. Katalah ada satu tim tu ada 4 orang, maka 4 orang ni kita hanya benarkan contoh. Kalau soccer tu dia perlukan 2 robot. Jadi hanya 2 robot sahaja yang dibenarkan bawa masuk ke dalam gelanggang pertandingan. Tetapi peserta boleh 4 orang masuk, tetapi robot hanya 2 sahaja. Dan ditambah dengan alat-alat ganti robot itu sendiri. Kalau nak tukar pemain boleh, tetapi tidak dibenarkan tukar robot. Okey? Sama juga sumo, kalau ada 4 orang, dia boleh empat-empat tu main, tukar pemain boleh, tidak boleh tukar robot. Okey?
Okay.
Alright, any other question? Adakah robot harus menolak? Okey, ni dah presenter harus bahasa apa? Okey. Untuk presentation, bos bahasakan. Kalau Indonesian, boleh Indonesia juga, and then Malaysia boleh, English pun boleh. Kita buat dua bahasa pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Kalau nak campur-campur pun boleh. Alright, asalkan apa kata orang tu, dia punya juri tu faham. Itu je. Nak tanya untuk kit kelengkapan peserta tu wajib beli satu saja. Baik, untuk kit kelengkapan peserta tu boleh beli satu je pun boleh. Pasal ini kan untuk apa budak-budak sekolah nak bawa balik kenang-kenangan. Mungkin dia tak dapat piala, dia tak dapat medal, setidaknya dia adalah baju ataupun lanyard untuk bawa pulang. Jadi kami meminta untuk beli setidaknya satu kit untuk setiap tim tu lah. Dia macam tu. Kalau nak beli yang lain tu single item, maknanya satu tu beli satu kit, kemudian yang lain tu beli baju saja pun boleh. Setidaknya mereka bawa lah pulang cenderamata untuk mereka buat kenang-kenangan. Itu sahaja. Alright. Lain ada soalan? Saya ingin confirm lagi. Line follower satu tim satu robot. Miss Cindy gimana? Satu
Ya, betul.
tim
Satu
satu
tim,
robot
satu
kan?
robot. Ya, betul.
Ya. Ini satu tim satu robot ketika memasuki gelanggang pertandingan. Kalau di luar tu ada robot yang lain ke apa, tu tak ada masalah. Minta cikgu-cikgu pengiring untuk pegang. Ataupun apa siapalah yang lain pegang. Tetapi ketika masuk gelanggang, sebab yang boleh masuk gelanggang ni, Miss Cindy, yang boleh bisa masuk ke gelanggang hanya peserta sama guru pengiring. Benar?
Peserta saja.
Oh, peserta. Guru pengiring pun kali ini kami tak benarkan masuk. Dia hanya boleh bagi sorakan dari luar saja. Jadi hanya peserta. Kalau peserta yang berdaftar 4 orang, maka 4 orang itulah yang boleh masuk ke gelanggang dengan hanya satu robot. Jika itu tim line follower. Jika sumo, maka satu robot juga. Kalau soccer, 2 robot. Okey? Untuk robot soccer, point dikira ke jika bola ditolak dari dalam ke kotak defend. Soccer point dikira di ke... Miss Cindy, ini bisa dijawab untuk tekniknya?
Ini Si Azam boleh dijelasin lagi nggak maksudnya apa untuk robot soccer?
Nah, itu ini kan soccer point dikira jika bola ditorak dari dalam kotak defend. Nah, uh, apa ya, dari kotak lawan itu kan kotak yang di kotak gol itu ya, kotak gol itu langsung ditolak dari situ terus ke kotak lawan itu. Itu.
Oh, ya
Masuk
boleh.
gitu.
Jadi betul. Jadi misalnya dari kick off atau dari gawang sendiri terus
Oh,
kegolin langsung ke gawang lawan itu boleh diperbolehkan.
baik. Saya kira itu dah menjawab gol. Boleh, boleh. Aiman, boleh Aiman. Terus exact robot di kuarantin. Untuk setakat ini 2026 ni kita tak ada kuarantin robot. Cuma setiap robot yang ingin dipertandingkan sebelum masuk ke gelanggang pertandingan kita akan cek dulu. Kemudian dia orang boleh pegang robot masing-masing. Kita tak ada nak pegang. Dia orang still kena go through kepada pengecekan robot dulu sebelum dia bawa masuk. Okey? Lain ada pertanyaan? Sekali lagi saya ingatkan untuk peserta Malaysia yang mana nak penginapan, yang mana nak makanan, uh, boleh lihat di Google Form yang kita berikan, Google Form yang kit tu. Dalam kit tu bahagian pertama tentang baju dan lanyard. Yang kedua, bahagian kedua tu dia ada bahagian penginapan dan bahagian ketiga adalah makanan. Boleh tengok di dalam Google Form tu. Ada sijil tak untuk guru pembina? Betul. Untuk sijil seperti mana tahun-tahun kemarin, kami akan berikan juga kepada guru yang terlibat. Sijil ni dia ada dua. Satu sijil penyertaan, satu sijil penghargaan. Untuk tahun ini, kami berikan sijil penghargaan buat nombor 1, 2, 3 dan juga harapan 1, 2, 3. Macam tadilah ada apa ada dia ada nama lain lah, dia bukan, dia asalnya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lah. Dulu sampai 5 saja, sekarang ni sampai 6. Yang itu siapa yang dapat nombor itu kami berikan sijil penghargaan plus dengan sijil penyertaan, participant certificate and also the appreciation certificate. But for guru sama juga. Untuk guru kami berikan dua juga jika guru itu membawa tim yang menang. Tetapi jika tidak menang, maka sama jugalah. Guru kami berikan sijil penyertaan juga. Alright. Any other question? Silakan. Dalam grup sentiasa terbuka, saya dah buka dah untuk chatting, boleh tanya masing-masing ke dalam grup dan I'll try my best to respond as soon as possible. Guru daftar kat komponen atau acara student. Guru daftar dekat komponen atau acara student. Ya, kalau saya jawab ni mengikut kepada fahaman saya, soalan anda ni guru daftar kat komponen atau acara student. Dekat link website yang sama tu. wrc.robotikanusantara.co.id. Boleh daftar kat situ. Okey? Boleh tanya grup lagi. Grup yang mana? Grup dalam participant. Miss Cindy boleh paste link grup WhatsApp grup tu di sini. Ada yang nanya. Ada yang mungkin belum masuk ke dalam grup ini.
Ya, baik. Oke.
Boleh ulang balik berkenaan pembelian kit. Okey, pembelian kit kami minta setiap tim yang masuk tu beli satu kit. Sekurang-kurangnya satu kit berharga RM105. RM105 tu dia akan dapat 2 t-shirt, 2 lanyard, 2 roti dan 2 air. Setidak-tidaknya kalau ada 4 orang, maka 4 tu apa dia dah ada 2 orang kat situ yang ada t-shirt dan juga lanyard. Ini bagi keseragaman ketika majlis perasmian dan setidaknya untuk cendah hati buat anak-anak ini bawa pulang. Kalau mereka menang, alhamdulillah dapat medal, dapat piala kalau nombor 1, 2, 3. Tetapi kalau mereka tak menang, setidaknya mereka ada souvenir untuk dibawa pulang. Tapi kalau kata ada 4 orang dalam satu tim, 2 orang dah ada dah. 2 orang lagi tu dia nak baju. Boleh beli single item juga. Beli baju sahaja pun boleh. Ada macam tu. Kalau nak murah lagi, beli lanyard sahaja pun boleh. Okey, itu saya dah bagi tahu tentang kit dan kit tu boleh klik di link yang kita dah show, dah pamerkan di dalam grup itu. Alright. So satu sekolah boleh hantar seluruh pelajar dalam sekolah tu. Silakan, boleh, tak ada masalah. Sampai kosong sekolah pun boleh meraihkan event ni. Welcome. Semua peserta akan dapat medalis. Okey, untuk medal kita hanya akan beri pada nombor 1, 2, 3, 4 dan 5 dan 6. Jadi kita tak panggil 4, 5, 6. Kita panggil juara 1, 2, 3 dan harapan 1, 2, 3. Ada macam tu. Untuk juara 1, 2, 3 akan dapat piala dan medal. Harapan 1, 2, 3 akan dapat medal sahaja. Nah, untuk medal kami hanya beri kepada 2 orang per tim sahaja. Siapa tim yang menang kalau ada 4 orang, maka 2 sahaja yang dapat medal, 2 lagi tu kalau dia nak dia kena beli. Medal kita jual murah sahaja. Macam tu. Okay, so kami limitkan untuk medal. Yang lepas kami hanya sampai nombor 5 sahaja, tetapi kami beri 3 orang untuk satu tim tu, medal tu. Tapi tahun ini kami kurangkan hanya 2 orang untuk dapat medal yang free, tapi nombor tu kami buat sampai nombor 6. Dia macam tu. Jadi yang kalau kata ada orang ketiga, tim ketiga, peserta ketiga, keempat dalam satu tim tu, mereka boleh rujuk dengan bahagian Wrcc untuk kalau kata nak beli buat cenderung hatilah. Ada macam tu. Nama guru dan peserta daftar ada yang sama. Nama guru. Betul. Itu Miss Cindy dah ambil. Sijil, betul. Sijil penyertaan akan diberikan kepada semua yang terlibat, semua yang hadir Yang penting mereka isi di dalam form pendaftaran itu. Okey. Cuma sijil penghargaan hanya akan diberikan kepada peserta yang berjaya mendapat tempat pertama sehingga tempat ke-6. Alright? Kalau sekolah hantar 3 tim, sekatanya kata, betul, 105 kalikan 3. Tapi kalau nak satu tim sahaja yang pakai kit, yang the rest tu semua nak beli baju sahaja pun boleh. Sebab saya faham ada yang sekolah ada kekangan, keuangan dan sebagainya, maka kami tak paksa sebenarnya. Setidaknya satu kit untuk semua tim yang ada yang hadir ke dalam acara ini. Yang tim yang lain tu kalau tak nak beli kit pun tak apa, beli baju sahaja pun tak apa, beli beli lanyard tak sahaja pun tak apa. Kalau tak nak juga tak apalah. Asalkan mereka dapat merasai pengalaman masuk ke dalam acara ini. Tetapi mesti minimum at least satu kit tu belilah untuk mereka. Bawa pulang baju tu, nanti kalau kata tiba-tiba dia menang, masa perhimpunan besok pakai baju tu. At least setidaknya orang kata bawa nama kami juga. Kan? Alright. Tapi kalau nak beli kit semua sekali, welcome. Alhamdulillah, terima kasih. Okey. Yang tadi nama guru dan peserta didaftarkan dalam satu registration yang sama, betul. Betul. Didaftarkan dalam satu form yang sama tu. Alright. So, any other question? Okey, saya kira udah. Maaf, ada pembayaran lagi tak? Oh, yang untuk bayaran ni kita memang tidak ada yuran pendaftaran. Untuk peserta Malaysia tidak ada yuran pendaftaran. Tetapi ada pembelian kit. Sama juga sama seperti Indonesia juga ada pembelian pembelian kit yang dia berikan lah. Dia tak ada kosong-kosong. Jadi yang pembelian kit tu untuk peserta Malaysia boleh lihat di dalam grup WhatsApp ada dinyatakan link itu. Dalam link tu dia ada bahagian pertama tentang pembelian kit, baju dan juga lanyard tu. Ya, bahagian kedua penginapan, bahagian ketiga makanan. Itu optional lah. Itu optional. Okey. Baik, itu sahaja dari saya. Kita secara teknikalnya, secara umumnya, I think we have understanding about this competition. So for further information, everyone can read at the guide books in the website that you can download at the website. So uh, untuk yang menyertai bengkel pada Jumaat dan Sabtu, dan boleh liaise dengan admin yang telah kita berikan di dalam grup juga, because there is different department for this training, but this training is focusedly on the basic robotic. But for the e-online training is focusing on the robot that you purchase from us. Alright. So I think that's all for today from my side. So I pass to Mbak Cindy back. Thank you.
Mohon izin menambahkan kembali, saya Sofyan dari Robotika Nusantara. Jadi untuk peserta Indonesia dan negara lain itu registrasi itu di website, dan pembayaran biaya registrasi dan lain-lain itu juga di website. Tapi kalau untuk peserta dari Malaysia itu mungkin ada WhatsApp group, tapi untuk registrasi tetap di website. Tapi untuk link pemesanan jersey, pembayaran penginapan dan lain-lain itu bisa di link Google Drive yang memang ada di WhatsApp group. Mungkin itu saja yang saya tambahkan. Terima kasih. Saya kembalikan kepada Pak Teguh untuk closing.
Misi Pak Sopian. eh, mau tanya lagi.
Boleh, boleh, silakan.
Untuk yang peserta Indonesia itu kan ada di website dengan biaya yang sudah ada itu sudah termasuk pembelian kit dan lain-lain atau ada beda lagi?
Iya, jadi gini kalau untuk peserta Indonesia itu udah jersey, lanyard, makan makan 2 kali ya ya, makan. Nah, kalau di sama makan siang udah semua, udah paket all in gitu kalau yang di Indonesia gitu. Nah, kalau yang di Malaysia itu memang sama jersey, cuman bukan makan adanya snack gitu.
Ya, terima kasih,
Itu
Pak.
Mas Bayu. Jadi udah, oke, makasih Mas Bayu.
Oke, terima kasih. Thank you very much for your attendance. Terima kasih untuk semuanya. Eh, Jika tidak ada lagi yang ingin ditanyakan atau disampaikan, please do not hesitate to ask any further question in the WhatsApp group. Nanti bisa bertanya di WhatsApp group juga. Kemudian nanti bisa chat admin di nomor tadi yang sudah tersedia. Oke, terima kasih untuk kehadirannya malam ini. Mohon maaf jika ada kesalahan dalam kata untuk malam ini. Saya ucapkan terima kasih. Izin pamit. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you.